Hey, welcome back to Arcade Spirits. We're moving through this game at the blistering pace of like one character interaction per 30-minute episode. We're not even done chapter 1. We're going so slow. Naomi was kind enough, just gave us her lunch, so we're just going to the lunchroom, heading on break. We're only halfway through the first day. Come on.
Imagine Gavin coming out. This is not the time for your mandated lunch break. And then he knocks the bento box onto the floor. Get back to work.
I hope that it's his bento box. And Naomi just gave it to us because she hates Gavin. And then she pieced out before he showed up to realize what was going on. That's how you get ahead in this cutthroat world.
Mm-hmm.
The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. It's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do.
I mean, I assume this is where people eat. There's like napkins, there's like a soda machine.
Like literally a lunchbox on the table.
The coffee thing, an actual lunchbox, a coffee cup, the penguin there, bunny, baby, penguin there, baby. Like, it has everything.
It all screams lunchroom.
It all screams lunchroom that we had the interview in.
Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch.
Oh, what the actual?
Yeah, what the actual F?
I was going.
A great
oh my gosh, you
big
got
F.
an F on it. At first I thought you were finishing my sentence for me.
Nope, it just, I'm taken aback.
Okay.
Coherent screaming, or await death.
I like that.
Incoherent.
Incoherent screaming, and then coherent screaming. What is the sound of coherent screaming specifically?
Maybe it's what we did, where you are forming sentences, but you're clearly like, I don't know what to make of this.
So I guess coherent screaming.
I guess so, yes. I opened my mouth as wide as I could, and I let the fear fall from my lips, my mind devoid of any emotion but horror. Horrific vision.
It's fine! Everything's gonna be fine! Just...
Then that's how they got the job as a bird mascot. but you're
I'm a real human being. I promise. It's not a costume. It's just a costume. No,
We're dealing with the female Gilbert Gottfried right now.
Oh gosh. Oh, no.
That's the image I've got in my mind.
I did not think of that, but okay. That's not at all the voice that she has. I'm sorry, game. I'm sorry if I traumatized you, really.
I would sincerely hope you're sorry, because it was a bit much.
Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
Hiya.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm XX Cool.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo.
Oh my god.
It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
What? The Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Naomi was off the scale cheerful. I've met some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Oh my god.
I'm getting into this voice, I'm sorry. This is her voice now.
I don't need to know what voice Ashley was ever meant to have. This is the voice the character was clearly meant to have. It was a vacuum waiting to be filled, and you filled it.
Thanks.
Me? No.
Oh, I thought you had recognized Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex, after all.
Oh no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
What?
You work here? Since when?
Today? This morning, to be specific.
Oh, hi!
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
Jesus. I don't even know what's going on. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
I mean, I've lost mine at this point. We're just,
Yeah, I should be
just
empathizing
going
more
for
with
it.
your position.
I mean, it would be way cooler if you were just so enamored with the chibi flamingo creature plastered on the wall that you had to know more.
The cutest possible girl, just a little sweetheart, nice little name like Ashley, and just a cement mixer of a voice. Don't laugh like that.
But why?
Fuck. I don't know. It's the laugh like a demon monkey would have. There's like if Diddy Kong was evil, that was what his laugh would sound like, I think.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right up to the employees only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket.
I'm so much more intrigued to learn more about this character than I have been the other two.
This is just Ashley now.
The words are almost passing me over. I'm becoming just very enthralled by this characterization you've given, and I need to experience more Ashley. I hope your vocal cords are prepared to gargle rocks for the next however long while this character finishes her scene.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's okay.
God.
You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
You just searched inward and you knew the password all along.
Next, you needed to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code just to find me.
Are we getting reverse stalked right now? Someone who wants to be stalked so badly that they're pretending people are stalking them? Like, what is going on?
I mean, with the voice that I gave them, are you really surprised?
It fits. It honestly just fits like a glove. It fits like a skin-tight flamingo suit. It just keeps going and going. She's definitely passionate about this fictional scenario. Ashley's got quite the imagination, all right. And is that how I can't come across to people as a creepy trespasser?
I like that. I like that last one. Because we definitely look like we were like homeless at some point.
Yeah, the whole put on your best outfit and get ready for the interview thing, the recommendation Iris gave, we did not follow through on that.
Yeah. Let's do... I mean, I think she has an imagination. But she's also definitely passionate about it. I don't know. Both of these are nice.
I was meeting some friends downtown on the weekend, and it was like minus 30 out, and I was starting to get like frosted tips on my beard because it was just so cold. And a couple of people who were walking into a church asked me if I like needed a place to stay and needed to come warm up. They were like concerned for my safety. And I was like, oh no, do I like... Frosty beard aside, do I just look like a guy who's really cold, or do I look like a guy who's like down on his luck and really in need of help? I like to think they were just being nice and that I looked cold, but there's that sliver that I was like, crap, I hope I
think
don't
they were
look
just
homeless.
saying that you look cold, probably.
Probably. That's my hope.
Which one of these two would you want to do?
I'm okay with any of them in this one, I think.
Okay,
so
I'll do she's passionate about this fictional scenario.
The way she just takes an idea and runs with it, a lot of people might find that weird, but I kind of dig it. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. See, that's supposed to be our inner dialogue, but we got a +1 with this character, so either that's our opinion of her, or her opinion of us improved because we accidentally said it out loud again. So
what I'm imagining happens anytime like you're given one of those little heads with the +1. Anytime those happen, I'm imagining that the character pulls out a sticker and just puts it on you. Just pull out a sticker of their face. You have an Ashley now. It's fine.
I appreciate it.
And how would you have snuck out, I wonder?
Oh man, she's still on this.
I could have helped. But for a price.
Now she's participating in this fictional crime? I'm confused what her role is here. She's blushing. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a couple minutes.
Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find some way to make this job more interesting. I'm a bird!
You would think that makes things interesting enough, but that's just vanilla. That's a regular day for Ashley. She keeps it.
I came into this job. I came into the interview. I was doing this bird voice, and I'll tell you something. What's her name? Francine.
Oh, I see
Francine,
what you're
right?
doing.
It's Francine.
You're trying to craft a flow of backstory here that this is not always her voice in case you want to bail on it somewhere in the future.
No, this is just the voice that I like doing. I mean, I can try doing her actual voice, but really, at this point,
I have no interest in that. This is what I want. Is it really that dull here?
No. No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children, and broken machines.
Yeah, I bet most children scream when you walk in the doors.
Why am I doing this so well? Why is this a thing?
You aren't really painting the best picture here.
Jeez. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to... Oh. Cosplay to make.
Are you starting to suspect that maybe she isn't a bird person and that it is a costume? The evidence is starting to accumulate. The first hint was when she took off her own head. But I didn't want to read too much into that, you know, assuming, you know what they say. So I was just going to roll with that. But maybe she's still just a bird person and she's cosplaying as like a football player or a basketball player or something with this jersey. I don't know.
This is the second time during playing this game that something just happens and I start dying.
It's my preference to just roll with these things. Just let these stories craft themselves within the intended story.
And that one wasn't even like a story inside a story type deal. That was just you saying that I believed this person.
Yeah, I just put that on you. Cosplay?
Oh my god. Okay.
As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Oh, but it doesn't say she has a different voice, it just says different personality, so I'm watching you. Ashley's eyes light up as she smiles.
Yeah, you know, it's like dressing up as your favorite video game or TV character. I love it.
It's much less aggressive. It's a much more pleasant squawking.
Scream! That's just her thing. Every time she appears on screen from this point forward, you're just gonna hear Scraw!
She just flashes into the room with a quick scraw. Makes sense.
Don't die, I need more of Ashley's voice. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are.
Empowering? Really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats.
Yes!
From fear. Let's not get too crazy.
Definitely. You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one.
I call her a human girl named Ashley. I think Ashley's pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell where with her hands is feathers. So, Pinky is your creation? Intentionally?
Yep, it looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it?
Isn't it just a costume at that point? If you're not imitating a real thing? I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried. If you were going for terrifying, then yes. And I don't know heads from tails, but I can appreciate it.
Again, I don't like the neutral responses most of the time.
No.
I like the, other responses.
I guess if you were torn 50-50 from the first two, then maybe you could just use that as an easy cop-out.
Though, to be fair, the fact that she managed to make this as good as it is, despite the fact that it is a little scary,
Despite the fact that she has wings instead of arms, I feel like that would make it hard to sew.
No, but she wasn't in the
Really,
costume.
she's an eagle underneath all this, and she just likes to dress up as a flamingo. Or a parrot. I guess a parrot, not an eagle. Eagles sound a little cooler.
This is a flamingo, definitely.
Yes.
It's just a flamingo that goes, Grah!
I've never
I don't know
heard
what
of
noises
flamingo.
a flamingo makes. It's just like a Pokemon where they say their own name. Flamingo!
Probably. I've never seen one, heard one, so it's probably the case.
Yeah, I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. I like that because it acknowledges that she's good at this, despite the fact that her first attempt was not that great.
I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally, if I get enough thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly you're digging on craftsmanship of costumes.
Ah, thanks. It's nice when my hard work it's appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to adore it. Scrah!
Amidst all the screams they adore. That makes sense. I think you're misreading their reactions, possibly.
She comes out she comes out to pump up the kid. She jumps out of the conference room and goes, Scraw! And all the kids are like, oh god!
Then she's
it's Ashley!
patting herself on the back, effectively pumped up. My work here is done.
And everybody leaves the building. That's why there's nobody here.
Right. It's probably chasing away more so than bringing in, yes.
We're fine.
That makes sense, although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by.
Hey, just a secret between you and me?
Only if you pose it less creepily. Ashley motions for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, and then talks in a hushed tone.
I don't understand how you want me to do...
Is this voice hushable?
A hushed voice. With that voice.
Yeah, it does not seem easy to do hushed. I'll give you that.
I'll try it. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off.
Huh. Limbs falling off seems bad.
That's about as best of a, hushed voice as I could do.
Yeah, it works.
Oh, it was. Yesterday, I was dancing with a little girl. Must have been 5-6 years max. Anyway, we were next to the Showtime stage, and she tugged on my arm and... whoosh! Off came the arm of the child,
The little
not
girls,
myself.
right? Yeah. We're getting some daytime Freddy Fazbear violence going on here.
The girl instantly started. Oh my god! It actually.
I mean, I imagine that would make a kid cry. There'd be one tough kid if didn't cry after ripping its arm off. Well, at least you're consistently scaring people, and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now! I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement?
I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. What's this?
Sorry.
Whoopsie daisy, your arm is gone?
Oopsie daisy. Your arm is gone.
Just matter of fact.
I guess I'm gonna have to put that in the box with all the other arms, and you throw it over into a box. You see a collective pile of children's arms just in this box, blood seeping out the bottom.
I mean, there's no helping it. It's just hazards of the arcade, you know. Better than getting crushed entirely. You knew the risk when you walked in those doors. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is a thing I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrest.
At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure.
I can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud.
I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet?
Yeah, I met them already, although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other.
Right?
Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh.
What was that? I don't know, but I loved it.
I mean, I don't know how else this character was going to sigh. It was never going to be anything but very abrasive, so I think you nailed it.
I wish they would hurry up and make out already.
Ooh. Yeah. Wait. What? Seriously? So, are they going out? No, it's like opposites attract or something. They're just like circling each other, you know?
Yeah. No.
Oh, Ashley, you crazy. But like literally certifiably axe murderer crazy.
But they always bicker like an old married couple. It's classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, XX Cool Kid XX.
I appreciate the full use there. Consider them marked.
Beep beep.
Beep beep. XX.
Yeah, I like the little beep beep.
Beep beep. Beep beep. XX Cool. What's that sound?
Just starts tearing posters off the wall, flipping desks, and like tearing things apart, trying to find the
only
source.
Poster on the wall. It ties the room together.
How will I know to penguin in there if there's no poster?
Yeah.
Penguin there. I added an in. Drat! I set an alarm for when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat. Oh,
What?
that was a waste.
No!
Don't tell Naomi that. She'll be pissed that she gave you her lunch.
That's no good. XX Cool Kid. XX needs her calories. You eat up. I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? I'll be this bird. Ha!
I feel like Ashley's trying to fatten us up. She'd feed us to her little bird young.
You can do my job and wander the floor a bit.
That's what your job is? Let's trade permanently. You don't have to tend to the floor, you just have to be on the floor? Yeah, fair enough, thanks.
Well, I mean, she's a mascot character. She's just supposed to walk around.
Sounds exciting in a place where there's no people there to actually entertain. Ashley winks before her face disappears into the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. You can see it tighten around her skin as it slowly begins to fuse and become one with her. Her own eyes roll into the back of her head as the eyes of the mask spring to life and come into focus.
And when I put on this mask, I become Ashley.
When the mask is on is when she sounds normal. Perfect. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, wow, it occurs to me I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. She's amazing. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Ashley's got a lot going on in that head of hers. I just don't understand it at all.
I think she's pretty amazing, I'll be honest.
Yeah, me too. I kind of want both of these to be my, like, our opinion at the same time. But if it's only one or the other, I would vote she's amazing. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. Also, the fires that she's lighting all over the place tend to light up the room.
I like the fires.
I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something.
They warm my feathers.
Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began.
Ashley confirmed for Five Nights at Freddy's.
Ooh, rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out, school's done, and light rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems, or potential problems, or just making sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. Got off on the right foot with some of my coworkers, and the wrong foot with others. A mixed bag, let's say, but not awful. I don't know if anyone dislikes us.
I don't think anybody does. Yeah, Gavin maybe.
We're so great.
But even Gavin was still pretty, like, okay with us.
Yeah, that was a little bit iffy. I had to make sure I get along with these people. They're gonna be a part of my life, one way or another. And if Francine's willing to pink slip her grandson, well, I'm expendable. I should be careful. Hang on. No time for daydreaming. Yeah, you're not up to a good start on being a competent employee. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which should I tackle first?
First issue, Ashley is scaring a child. Second issue, Ashley is scaring an adult. Third
there is a completely armless person standing in that corner. They may or not be bleeding out, but I think we could choose to put that lower on the priorities. The situation's not going to get worse.
There's an extra arm on the floor that wasn't there before.
I mean, once you're already armless, you're not going to lose any more arms. So the situation is about, it seems like it's resolved itself, really. I've probably, I don't know if I have time to go any further. And it seems like, really, I probably didn't have time technically like 30 minutes ago, but I was like, well, we should find a more natural break in the story. So it seems like moving into...
I actually can't save right here. We have to make a choice.
Oh, that was a bad spot. All right, well, we can set ourselves up then of what seems more interesting. An irate customer, someone cursing up a storm. That just sounds like another irate customer to me. And a loud crowd around Showtime stage.
I feel like a loud crowd around the Showtime stage is not a problem. I mean, that
doesn't sound that crazy, does it?
No. Someone cursing at Fist of Discomfort could be a problem, but
they might just really suck at the game, you know?
Yeah.
An irate customer seems kind of,
yeah.
If someone was irate and you did nothing about it, they're only going to become more irate.
Exactly. So we should probably go there.
Okay.
Okay, and
My
then
mutant
next time.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
So, we haven't gone through chapter 1 yet, but we have met the best character in the entire game.
I pulled up a thing a minute ago, but I didn't get a chance to look at it just to get a sense of where the chapter ends, and I think it's at the end of the day. And I think the second half of the day is, like, at least as long, if not longer, than the technical, like, first half of the day where we started this stream. We are moving through this at a very slow pace.
It's okay. It's okay.
As long as we're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, no, I'm having fun. And the voices are fun to do. I like the voices.
For sure.
Ashley specifically. It's really fun. Oh god. She just has a really voice.
It feels like you're working something out with that voice. There's something stuck in your throat, and it just.
I had a little bit too many churros.
Right.
All right. So everybody, thank you so much for dropping by the live stream. Thanks to the developers for also dropping by and hanging out and having a good time. I really hope that when the developer Sharky watches this VOD back, that she dies at Ashley's voice.
I hope they fire the original voice actor and immediately bring you in.
Again, remember, I am available for all your voice acting needs. I can be Ashley if you want me to. And,
or
it works.
Everyone.
Exactly. But yes, that is the end of today's Tiny Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. Moosey already linked to Graham's Twitch channel.
Oh, that was very nice of you.
Also, Moosey quoting me, I hope that the developer dies.
Whoops.
I mean, that's technically a quote. She's not wrong.
Yep. I think the context is there too. That's not taken out of context whatsoever. That was your original intent. So
exactly,
you can't taking it back.
Exactly. Anyways, thanks for hopping on, Graham.
Yeah, for sure. It was fun, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Bye, everyone.